Okay, oh, we're all of askew now. Okay, so what I said before is we are back from the sofa bed. No, back from Southport Flower Show, and last evening I did manage to go through some of my patterns. I don't know if you can see this piece of emptiness. So I'm just going to show you what I did. So I'll stand up and see if you can see what I'm talking about. I will just move that slightly. So I have these three tubs that I usually keep my big four in. Big 4, 5, 6, whatever there are. And if you can't see my head, that's fine for me. I hope it's fine for you. I just want to just go through it. So all these are where I have my Simplicity McCalls, etc., etc. And what I just did was sort out the ones I've already used. There are a few more because I have them in larger folders with a lot of detailing. So that's one of them, which was a yellow spotted thing that I made, and it was going to be for my great niece. And that you'll have seen it over the years. It's something I wanted to make that was sew the make. Talk about it another time. It's made out of scraps and I've not finished it, but anyway. And that I used that sleeve at the bottom for my Phoebe Flounce top. That is Pattern Union, I think, and that was a shirt that I made out of sailboat, just polycotton but with sailboats on, red and blue, a pale blue one with kind of seaside things on. That one is the dress that I'm wearing now. It doesn't look like this because I altered the neck. I took in the sleeves so much because they were really baggy sleeves. Jenny at Jenny Stitches has one of these, but she's done it with the short sleeve, a pale blue and white puff woven viscose or something. This is a knit fabric, it's just a viscose knit. I rarely do what I'm supposed to do just because I like knits and I don't like to mess about with a zip, and so it's not going to zip, and I just took it in and took it in till it was right, and I love it. But anyway, so I always said I'd never make another one, but if I could be bothered to do all the alterations again, I would make it. But if you see the neck, that's not what this neck is. I couldn't do that. It just came too high and it wasn't right for me at all, and I couldn't grasp what you were supposed to do because I didn't want to end up with that 2 buttons here, and it was a bit weird. So I ended up just did I turn it over? No, I just did a strip of binding. I made a strip of binding for around the neck and just finished it like that. So I did think about making it with ties, but I liked it as it was and it worked. So that's that. And then that I've made a number of different times, and I've talked about it when I've made it. So I've made a pinafore, and I've made the green dress that I've made, and I've done, yeah, so that just comes together. It's just so easy, and I've got the fit right now. And that I've made twice, both in knits, although it's meant to be for woven, and I've got the top half of it as a t-shirt, and I've got the top half of it as down to the waist, down to the lower waist, kind of just about 4 inches lower than the hip, and joined onto a skirt from another one from an Amazing Fit that's nothing to do with that, to rescue a dress that I couldn't get right at the top. And that one I have made a purple, just a shawl, cardigan, jacket. I'll just whiz that to you because I know just where it is. So that, it's really quite an easy make. It takes quite a bit of fabric because you have to do quite a bit of it, whatever, round and about. And if I made it again, I'd make it longer. There's a longer version. This is just below the waist. Well, it's kind of high hip, and I didn't like the way I'd done the sleeves. They weren't narrow enough, the sleeves, and so I put a cuff on. Just this year I added the cuff, and that is in the same fabric as this dress, that I just haven't got the pattern for this at the moment, I don't think, unless it just turns up in my hand. I think it's downstairs. And Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room has a sleeveless one, and she was jigging about in it, and I thought, oh, I haven't worn that for a while, so I got it out just to remind me of that. But it's more of an autumn weight, really, and it's very fitted, and I'm a bit tummy wise at the moment, protruding tummy at the moment, but that's fine. Things go on with our bodies, don't they? So I haven't been wearing it anyway. So then these are ones I would particularly like to make. That one I have bought. The thing with these is a lot of them come with a sewing magazine, and I think I will and I think I won't. And I didn't order them in the first place, but this one, since it came, I've been aiming to make it. Now, I would never wear it with no shoulder cover up or no sleeves, but I could wear it with a throw. I always call it a throw, a shrug. So that's that. I've always wanted to make that, still not got round to it. I did for some reason think it had a side zip. I do not like side zips because, as I said, I am Princess in the Pea and I can't stand that, the top of the zip. Oh, no. So, but it hasn't, it's a back zip. So I'm going to give that a go. When, I don't know. This I've had for years and years. That came with a sewing magazine, but I don't know how many years ago. But I've never made a raglan top. Although this has a kind of a raglan idea, it doesn't make straight out of the pattern as a raglan. It's kind of baggy and there, and it's got a seam down the top. So I thought I would try that, but I thought for some reason that it was only a size up to a size 14, but it isn't. It's up to a size 20, so I'm going to try it in a 14 to 16 graded. And that I bought earlier this year. I really fancied making it, just haven't got round to it. And it because it's got princess seams, it means it just needs a bit of attention for fitting. So I will still make that, but I don't know when. Now this also came in a pack in a magazine, and I have some purple, this colour, kind of maybe slightly darker. I call this kind of a royal purple. Anyway, it is a crepe, and I have 3 and a bit more meters of it, and I've never really known what to do with it, but as soon as I saw that, I thought I could make that. I think that would look lovely in it. I think they would both do each other justice, but it just needs a bit of thinking about, because it will need some bust adjustment or something, low bust adjustment or something, and I need to give it some thought and not just go at it. And sometimes you just want to go at a pattern, don't you? You want to know you can do it, finish it, and that's it. And yeah, I'm a bit gutted that I've not got back to my second Pattern Emporium Take the Chance dress. I don't know whether to set myself to finish it tomorrow, and I don't like to do those plans videos where I think I'm going to make this and I'm going to make that and I tell you about it, and then I don't know that it comes a pressure. It just isn't as pleasurable just to do it because it's not spontaneous. So I'm not promising myself or anyone else that I will finish that, but I don't want it sat on that dummy. I want it to be worn. So there's a possibility someone has cancelled an appointment tomorrow, so it's possible if I can get all this video of the week edited and put up ready for YouTube sometime tomorrow, then I might be free enough to think, okay, I can get on with that. But because of the dodging about and moving things about and someone coming to measure the window, and it's just been one of those weeks. If you have followed me up to now on this week's progress, you'll understand exactly what I mean. This is another one that I really want to make. I had earmarked some fabric for it, a knit as well, and even though it is meant to be in a woven, I had earmarked some, and then I cut it out as something else. And I was so frustrated because I knew that the thing I'd cut it out at, which was the Deer and Doe Orage dress, didn't actually have enough stretch to do the neckband. And I've had to do the neckband in some t-shirt fabric, which I'm not sure is quite right for it. But I will have to make do, I think, with it. That's what I've come to realise. But I do want to make that. And so that is in my I want to make pile. This I've seen on Tea and Crumpets, and I've seen it on, I don't know if Delilah has done it. Someone else has done it. And I really like the idea of it. It's not my standard kind of a blouse, but I do like, I wouldn't have that sleeve. I don't like it flat at the top, so I would be gathering the sleeve up. But I do like that. And someone, I can't think, someone has actually done a sew along with it and explained exactly how you go around that as you do it on the pattern. So I do want to do that, and I do think I've got the fabric for it that I want to use for it. But again, I'm not saying which it is because it puts the pressure on me. This I will say I would like to do in the purple needle cord that I've got. This I do want to make as the proper, what I would call a waistcoat. I think it's generally known as a vest in the US, but it's a waistcoat to me, and I would love to make that in the purple needle cord that I've got cut out. I've got 3 meters. Because it was so massive, I had to cut it. I made a decision that I'd cut 1.5 meters. Cut it into 2 and wash each section. And hopefully, well, I can use part of it for this, but I also may be doing a denim, I'll show you. That would be ideal for me to make the other piece. Use the other piece. And because it is pieced, I may be okay with the fact that I've cut it, if you know what I mean. But I would make the skirt first anyway, to see how I go along. So I think those two in the purple, I'm going to call it purple velvet, but in the purple needle cord, I would really like those as an outfit. And then I've got lots of things that I could wear with them, or I will make something to wear with them. But that would make me feel really quite good. I love purple, and that has been waiting to be made for, I don't know, maybe a couple of years. So that's how I've split those into what I've already got and also what I may remake from those. There are 2 others which I'll pop in a picture of afterwards that I've not got here. Then all these are my skirt patterns. Most of them have come with a magazine. That one hasn't, but then when I look, it runs out at a size 12 or something like that. So I've had it years and years, from pre-2015, because I had it before I came here. I made a kind of a toile out of an old curtain for this. I don't know if it's me, and I don't know if I want to go ahead with it. That was why I bought the red needle cord that I've got, quite a bright scarlet red, that I wanted to make, but I would have made the one that's got a frill on the bottom. It's more of an eased out circular skirt bit, and because that kind of shape is a bit weird on me. But anyway, I may still make it and I may not. I know it's doable because I've made a toile, but I don't know if I want it as much as I thought I did. But that goes in my kind of separates box that I've had for years and years, and I have some fabric that I could use just for a duster if I want to use it, but it's not as bright as I'd like, so I don't know why I'd bother. So that just keeps getting moved and moved, but apparently that's from a magazine as well, but I know I've had it for a long time. That I'm not sure about. It is from a magazine, but I have one that's already cut out that's a bit more shapely here, and I think I'd like to keep that in my box just to remind me that I could pick that one up again. It's cut out, the lining's cut out, and I just haven't made it, and that's been in a box for a couple of years. So that, because I wanted to take the big puff sleeve out of the Pattern Union Phoebe Flounce, and use it for that alternative to this one really. Use that sleeve in there because it doesn't work with the pattern union, the Phoebe flounce. So that's what I was going to do with that. That I don't think is me. I keep putting it in the bag for the charity shop and then I take it out again. I'm not sure why, so till I'm sure I'll leave it in here. That one is a knit one and it's got a knot in the front and I'm not sure whether I want to do it or not. Again, it's a freebie, so it kind of goes in the pile unless it's a no, it goes in the pile or the box. That I love it. It's a Gertie top and I watched Michelle at Sewing Bunny make it quite some time ago. The only thing I don't like about it is you zip it up from the bottom. I can't understand why I'd want to do that. So I would need to work out how to do it from the top. I don't know that that would be too difficult, but it's one I've just not got round to. I did buy that one and I thought I bought that one but I didn't. It's Free with Love Sewing and I think I could manage that now because I've done the pattern union. It's almost a camp kind of collar and that's in my pile for possibilities. That I don't think I'd ever make it. It's a unisex one. I need female shaping for mine, so I don't know how that would work, so I'll keep it for now. But it doesn't, it says that I bought it because it doesn't say it was free with anything, so I'm not sure how I got that, but if I bought it, I bought it. That I don't think I'll ever make either, but for now I'm just keeping it. I would like a proper kimono dress. I don't want an authentic kimono. I want a kimono type dressing gown. I've got one. My mum went to Thailand in the 80s and they came back with all sorts of things, and the things that they bought for the girls, myself, my sister Julia, my sister Leslie and my mum, she bought us all long dressing gowns that have got the kimono sleeves and they were lovely, and mine fell to bits years ago, and then I don't know, one of them, I had either Leslie's or I had my mum's, I don't know, but I have one now and I've re-sewn it several times because it's dropping to bits and it's just lovely for the summer. It's not marvellously, what I've got is a dress that I wore for my son and daughter-in-law's wedding celebration. They got married 1 week in Dundee because they'd moved to London. It doesn't really matter, they'd moved to London, so the base was in London but all their friends were in Dundee, so they came back to Dundee. That's where they'd met, and they had a really meaningful wedding with just 9 of us, and then their friends came in the evening. It was lovely, but then other family wanted to come and celebrate, so they had another one kind of in the northwest, and other people came to this party which was a celebration a couple of weeks after. And I have a beautiful dress that I don't think I'd ever had anything as nice, and I'll just show it you now. It no longer fits me, it no longer interests me as a dress to alter in any way, but what I want to do is use this fabric, and I think one of the best ways of using this fabric is to turn it into a kimono kind of dressing gown. And I've thought of lots of things I could do with it, but I think that would be just a lovely memory as well, because it would be something that could last long time. And it does have some kind of stains on the bottom of whatever I tread in or whatever got spilt on me, I don't know, just at the bottom, but it's beautiful fabric. And when I bought it, I put it on and I thought, I have never had anything so wonderful on my body in my life. It was just beautiful. I don't know if I'll be able to find any photos of me in it, but obviously I need to wear it with a shrug anyway, but I know at the evening I did take that off and my arms are not my I'm not my favourite bit of myself, but it is a beautiful fabric, and there's so much where it's already chopped, and it's such a big pattern you don't need to match it. It's in different, it's like an ombre kind of a, it swathes from a greeny to a pale green and a turquoise, and And so it doesn't matter if you chop it up a bit because it's already a bit random. So I don't want to make a dress with it, but anyway, I'm just sharing that with you. So it's been helpful because I've worked out what I am doing and what I'm not doing. This has been in the charity shop bag and back out again and in again and out again. Again, this was with Simple Sew years ago. I think I won't, I think I will. People were doing the, can't think what it's called, but the blouse, the pussy bow blouse that Jane at the Dressmaker's Closet designed, and I just felt like if I want to try whether that would be alright for me, I could try this one before I bought that pattern and see whether it is, and that's why that's there. Might never use it. This one I must have bought because it hasn't got a thing on, and I just like that swingy outy kind of a thing. I think I bought that relatively recently. Oh, it was because it's got different, you can use different fabric with it, and that may also have been about chopping up that one. I can't remember. Oh, then this one comes out and goes back again. I don't know that I'd wear it. I want to investigate whether it's got the same kind of thing that Rachel at French Seams done something like this, but it had kind of a gusset there, and I want to check if this has got that, because that came out really well. So I'm keeping that to do a bit more investigative stuff. So all my dress patterns go in a separate one, and that one I'm still not sure of. It's very like others that I've got that I just make as a kind of shift dress. It does have long back seams, can't think what they're called, the fisheye darts, but anyway, and I quite like those. And I think I'm keeping it because it's got from waist up to here darts, and I'd like to see what that looks like on me. So I think that's why I'm keeping that one. That one, I don't know, is it a bit old-fashioned as a pretend wrap dress? I'm not sure. Depends what you make it in. So, well, I'm not sure. It's going in there. Had that one years, and it's an amazing fit, so I really like their patterns, and I can manoeuvre them about and do things with them, but I've never made it, and they kind of came in fashion and then went out again. But I think having that choice of making different adjustments in different places is quite good for me, so I'm not getting rid of it anytime now. And that's another one that is the same that I've had as long, and if I was to make it now, I would just skim that out a little bit more, but I do quite like it, and it also has kind of flavours of the Yasmin because it's got a little thing across waistband kind of thing. And that's just a straightforward t-shirt dress, but it does finish at size 14, I believe, and so yeah, it's size 14, so it wouldn't fit me straight out of the packet, and I only noticed that earlier this year, so it's staying there for now. And that one I've had since whatever, another freebie that I didn't know whether to do, the Frugal Frocks in 21 from that, and never did, but again it's woven, and I would just make it in a knit, so there you go. This is a relatively recent one from a pattern magazine, and I'm still weighing up whether I would use it or whether I wouldn't. It's waisted, but that's not an issue for me as long as it skims. I don't like waisted and then so yeah, that someone has made that recently, and I thought I'm sure I've got that pattern, then I couldn't find it, and it looked really nice, whoever's made it. It may be one of the people who are on the Know Me team that has made it, but I'm going to go back and try and find who it is now I have found that I do have the pattern, because at first I thought, well, would I make it? I don't know. So it goes back. A coat pattern that I did buy recently, well, recently, January, February. This I'm not sure about. Someone's made it, YouTube. Someone's made that on YouTube. They love that one. I don't know. There was some issue with the neck, with the knotted band straps. Don't know. I'm not ready to get rid of these yet. This I've had umpteen years, and I should get rid of it because it's a size 14 and it won't fit me. And I could swap it, but until I know if I want to make it, I'm not. That's the one I made for Frugal Frocks. People are making that again now. It's got that big sash thing, a bit like, not quite like Kilo wrap dress, but it's got that idea about it. I think I've gone on too long now. That one goes in the box that's going to the charity shop because I'd never used the gathered skirt, I'd never used the jumpsuit part of it. And then I think, well, maybe it'd be alright with those kind of straight, different kind of princess themes that go up to the shoulder. Not quite sure. Got the not sure box. Yes, I'd really like to make that. Whether I will, I don't know. That is another one with a raglan sleeve that I think, should I just try it? I don't know if I will or if I don't. It just feels like it would be one to just shove on of a day and do some sewing or do some tidying up or something. And then that is very reminiscent of the Pattern Emporium Take the Chance dress, but it looks like you do the band from the top. I've not checked it straight away and then you fit those to it. I'm not sure. So I'm going to investigate that because I do quite like that. Because you can do that with the Pattern Emporium dress, that you add the button band to each tier and then, is that what you call it? Button placket to each tier. But I don't know whether I would want to make it or not, but I like the style of it on there as a duster kind of a thing. And that's it really, I think. Oh, one, I only like that version that's not ruched across. Again, it's free with Sewing Magazine. So there I am with that. I'm making headway. And then I've got a pile of, I won't wear this, I won't wear that, 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 and 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 I won't wear that. So they're going. I'm not showing them yet. Then I don't go, oh, well, maybe I will. And then I've got a, I'm not sure. So the I'm not sure pile, I'm not showing you yet because this has been a really long video, hasn't it? So the I'm not sure pile is going, most of them are dresses, that one isn't. No, they're going in here. They're going back to back with them because I'm not sure. Okay, so that's that for now. I've also got a box that's got big sized one. I mean, they're too big for that box sideways, so I'll go through those another time. But this has been a really productive experience because I can now get rid of these, and I'm sure I'm getting rid of these. So they're going downstairs right now into the carrier bag that's going to go to the charity shop.